Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Life Science with Nivedita. So this is Carbohydrate Metabolism Lecture video series part 7. In the last part we have discussed about Cori cycle. So if you haven't watched the previous parts and all, I'll provide all the links in the description. Kindly check it out. Okay. So in this video we are going to discuss about Krebs cycle. So without any further delay, let's get started. So when comes the Krebs cycle, it has many names. Okay. So it's also called as TCA cycle, that is nothing but tricarboxylic acid cycle, and also it is called as citric acid cycle. Okay, because the starting point of this TCA cycle is citric acid, that's why it is also called as citric acid cycle, TCA cycle, and also Krebs cycle. Okay, so when this cycle takes place and what are the basic things, that is basic information about this cycle means. So when come to the cellular respiration, right? So in the cellular respiration, that 3 steps has to be takes place. That is, the first step is glycolysis, and the second step is Krebs cycle, and at last the third step is ETC, right? So these 3 steps has to be takes place to produce ATP, that is energy, right? So ATP is a energy currency. So to do any work and also to perform any functions in our body, our organelles, right? Our organs need energy. So for that energy, that our cell has to undergo cellular respiration. Okay. So in that cellular respiration, after the glycolysis, this Krebs cycle will takes place. Okay. So in this video, we are going to discuss about this Krebs cycle. So first of all, what is this Krebs cycle? It is a metabolism, right? So when come to the carbohydrate metabolism in the cellular respiration, this is the second step. Okay, so where it is takes place, so when come to the cell, glycolysis is takes place where that glycolysis is takes place in cytosol, but this this TCA cycle is takes place in the mitochondria. Okay, so the product which is released from the glycolysis will enter into the mitochondria for further process, that is Krebs cycle. Okay, so what is the end product of glycolysis? Pyruvate, right? So this pyruvate is the end product of glycolysis. So after glycolysis is finished, this pyruvate is converted into acetyl CoA, and then that acetyl CoA is entered into mitochondria for Krebs cycle, because the pyruvate is not directly enter inside the mitochondria. That's why it has to convert it into acetyl CoA, then only it is enter into mitochondria for Krebs cycle. Okay, so here what happened? Pyruvate from glycolysis is degraded to carbon dioxide, right? So it does not directly enter into the mitochondria. That's why this pyruvate has to undergo into acetyl CoA. It has to convert it into acetyl CoA, then only it is enter to perform this Krebs cycle. Okay, so some ATP is produced and also more NADH is made. Okay, so in this Krebs cycle, what happened? Some ATP is produced and also more NADH is produced in Krebs cycle. Okay, so NADH goes on to make more ATP in electron transport and oxidative phosphorylation, right? So as we already mentioned, to produce ATP, that is in the cellular respiration, 3 steps has to be takes place, that is glycolysis, Krebs cycle, and also ETC, right? So the ATP, the NADH, all these produced in these 2 steps, right? So those ATP, those NADH will produce in the electron transport chain, that is the end point of this cellular respiration. So there what happened, the electron transport will take place to produce ATPs. Okay, so this is about the introduction about Krebs cycle. So we will see how this cycle will take place. So before going to this cycle part, that pyruvate, right, the end product of glycolysis has to be oxidized. So how it is oxidized? So see here, this is pyruvate. Okay, this is structure of pyruvate. So here what happened, with the help of pyruvate dehydrogenase complex, this is a enzyme complex. So here what happened, the pyruvate is converted into acetyl CoA. Okay, so while conversion of pyruvate into acetyl CoA, what happened, NADH is produced and also CoA will come and add. You can see over here this carbon dioxide, right? So this carbon dioxide is removed. Sorry, this carbon dioxide. Okay, so this carbon dioxide is removed, and here what happened, one CoA will come and add. Okay, CoA will come and add, and this carbon dioxide will remove. You can see over here carbon dioxide is removed and CoA will come and add, and also here NADH will produced. Okay, the first thing about this Krebs cycle is the pyruvate has to be converted into acetyl-CoA. Okay, so after the conversion, what happens? This acetyl-CoA will enter inside the mitochondria for Krebs cycle. So let us see what happens. You can see over here, this is the entire citric acid cycle. The first step, that is the pyruvate, right? So in a glycolysis, the end product of glycolysis is pyruvate that has to be converted into acetyl-CoA. So after acetyl-CoA, so here what happens? Pyruvate is converted into acetyl-CoA with the help of enzyme pyruvate dehydrogenase. So here NADH is produced, right? So after this acetyl-CoA enter inside the mitochondria, because the citric acid cycle takes place where? It takes place in the mitochondria. Okay, so now this acetyl-CoA is converted into citrate. So you can see the structural changes. Okay, so see, this is the structure of acetyl-CoA. So here what happened? The water will come and add, and CoA is removed. So see here, this H-CoA is this there, right? So that is removed, and water molecule is come and add. So here what happened? This is cycle, right? Cycle means what? Simultaneously it will cycle. So here this acetyl-CoA is combined with oxaloacetate to produce citrate. Okay, so here the first product of this TCA cycle is citrate. That is the conversion of acetyl-CoA into citrate. So in this step, what happened? Water molecule will come and add the CoA, that is H-CoA is removed. Okay, so the enzyme which is responsible for the conversion of acetyl-CoA into citrate is citrate synthase. Okay, citrate synthase enzyme will come and act here for the conversion of acetyl-CoA into citrate. Okay, so this is the first step. This is the second step. Okay, so next step, this step is called as condensation step. Okay, so after this, what happened? This citrate has to be converted into cis-aconitate. Okay, so here the enzyme which is helpful for the conversion of citrate into cis-aconitate is aconitase. You can see over here, this is structure of citrate. Okay, so the citrate has to be converted into cis-aconitase. So here what changes means, the hydration means water molecule is removed. You can see over here OH, okay, and also here one H. So H, that is H2, right? So one water molecule will be removed and it is converted into cis-aconitate. Okay, the enzyme which is responsible for the conversion of citrate into cis-aconitate is aconitase. Okay, so here also dehydration takes place, and after this cis-aconitate is converted into isocitrate. Okay, so here also cis-aconitase enzyme will come and add, but here what happened? Water molecule will come and add. Okay, so here water molecule is removed, right? So here what happened? Water molecule is come and add. You can see over here H, and also here one H. Okay, that is water molecule is come and add in this step. Okay, so here what happened? Cis-aconitate is converted into isocitrate with the help of enzyme aconitase. So here hydration. So you can see dehydration means what? Removal of water. Hydration means what? Addition of water, right? So here water molecule is removed. So here water molecule is added. Okay, this is second step. So this is third step, and this is fourth step. Okay, so after this what happened? This is fifth step. Okay. Okay. So here what happened? This isocitrate is there, right? So this isocitrate is converted into alpha ketoglutarate. Okay. So here what happened? Oxidative decarboxylation takes place. Decarboxylation is nothing but what? Removal of carbon dioxide. That is, carbon dioxide is removed. Okay. So here the enzyme which is come and act to conversion of isocitrate into alpha ketoglutarate is isocitrate dehydrogenase. Okay, wherever dehydrogenase enzyme will come, so there NADH will be produced. Okay, you can see over here one molecule of NADH is produced in this step. Okay, so you have to write here, that is here NADH is produced. Okay, so while the conversion of isocitrate into alpha ketoglutarate, decarboxylation takes place, that is carbon dioxide is removed, and also two molecule of NADH is produced. Because when come to the glycolysis, after the preparatory phase, that is a payoff phase, two molecules, that is two steps simultaneously takes place, right? So that's why here two pyruvate is coming. So after this, in this step, so all these steps are two molecules will release. That's why here two NADH is produced. Okay, so now what happened? This isocitrate is converted into alpha ketoglutarate. So now this alpha ketoglutarate is converted into succinyl CoA. You can see over here, this alpha ketoglutarate is converted into succinyl CoA. So you can see here this carbon dioxide, this one, this carbon dioxide is removed. You can see carbon dioxide removed, right? So here what happened in the alpha ketoglutarate, CoA will come and add, and again carbon dioxide is removed. So you can see over here, this carbon dioxide is removed, and also in this place one CoA, that is S-CoA, will come and add. See, just observe the structural changes. Okay, so see, here also same, here also same, but here what happened, this double bond was there, right? So this is come and add over here, and this carbon dioxide is removed, and in this place what happened, S-CoA will come and add. Okay, so the conversion of alpha ketoglutarate into succinyl CoA. So here what happened, carbon dioxide will remove, and also one CoA will come and add. Okay, so the enzyme which is responsible for the conversion is alpha ketoglutarate dehydrogenase complex. So here also dehydrogenase comes. So dehydrogenase means what? So here one NADH, that is 2 NADH are also produced in this system. Okay, so here one two molecule of NADH, and here also 2 molecule of NADH is produced. Okay, so this is 5th step, right? So here 5th step. So after this is 6th one. So here this is 7th one. So now what happened? The succinyl CoA is converted into succinate. Okay, succinyl CoA is converted into succinate. So here what happened? This is substrate level phosphorylation, because with here directly phosphate will add it and produce energy molecule, that is you can see GTP. So also that is ATP also. So it is produced GTP in this system. Okay, so that's why this step is called as substrate level phosphorylation. And here what happened? This S-CoA is there, right? This S-CoA is removed, that is CoA will be removed. Okay, so while the conversion of succinyl CoA into succinate, CoA molecule will be removed, and also GTP is produced. So here what happened? So once again I will write. So here 2 molecule of GTP is produced. Okay, so here the enzyme which is responsible for the conversion of succinyl CoA and succinate is succinyl CoA synthetase. Okay, the enzyme which is responsible is succinyl CoA synthetase. So in the next step, this is 7th step, this is 8th step. So here what happened? 9, 11. Okay, so now the succinate is there, right? So this succinate is converted into fumarate. Okay, so while conversion of succinate into fumarate, dehydrogenation has to be takes place, means 2 protons has to be produced in the form of FADH2. So here also while producing the NADH, proton will be removed. Okay, that is H plus is removed. So in the same way here also 2 H plus molecules is removed. You can see over here one H, here one H is removed. So while the conversion what happens, so you can see CH, right? So if you see CH, so here double bond is formed because 2 proton, that is 2 hydrogen molecule will be removed in the form of FADH2. Okay, so while the conversion of succinate into fumarate, dehydrogenase takes place, that is removal of hydrogen molecules. So with the help of enzyme succinate dehydrogenase. Okay, while the conversion of succinate into fumarate, the enzyme which is responsible for the conversion is succinate dehydrogenase. Okay, so here what happened? 2 molecule of FADH2 is produced. Here 2 FADH2 is produced. Okay, so now after this what happened? This fumarate has to be converted into malate. You can see over here fumarate is converted into malate. So here what happened? Hydration takes place. Hydration means what? Addition of water molecule, right? You can see over here OH, and also here one H, that is water molecule is added. So that's why this reaction is called as hydration. Okay, so from the fumarate is converted into malate. So the enzyme which is responsible for the conversion of fumarate into malate is fumarase. Okay, so after this conversion, the malate is converted into oxaloacetate. This is the end product. Okay, so again the cycle is continuous. Okay, so this malate is converted into oxaloacetate with the help of enzyme malate dehydrogenase. So here also dehydrogenase. So that's why here also NADH is produced. Here also NADH is, that is 2 molecule of NADH is produced. Okay, so while the conversion of malate into oxaloacetate, the enzyme which is responsible is malate dehydrogenase. So here what happened? Dehydrogenation takes place, means water molecule is removed. That proton, that is H, right? That is hydrogen molecule is removed in the form of NADH. Okay, so this is the entire pathway of TCA cycle, that is Krebs cycle. Okay, so just the structural changes takes place. That's why for each structure they have named a particular thing. Okay, so you have to know each and everything, and also the structural difference also you get to know. So here what happened when come to the energetics. So here you can see over here in the first step, right? Well, conversion of pyruvate into acetyl CoA. Here what happened? 2 NADH is produced, and also you can see over here. Yeah, that is while the conversion of isocitrate into alpha ketoglutarate. Here also 2 NADH molecule, and this while conversion of alpha ketoglutarate into succinyl CoA. Here also 2 NADH molecule will be released. Okay, so and also when come to succinyl CoA into succinate, so here what happened? 2 molecule of GTP is produced, and also when come to the where here succinate to fumarate, so here also 2 FADH2 is produced, right? So when come to the malate, that is right. So from the malate into oxaloacetate, here also 2 molecule of NADH is produced. See how many energy molecules is produced? There are plenty of energy molecules is produced while during the Krebs cycle. Okay, so we will discuss the entire thing in the while discussing about the energetics part. Okay, so this is the entire thing about the citric acid cycle. So we just revise once again. So you can see over here, this is the entire Krebs cycle, that is without structure. Okay, so while before this acetyl CoA, that is pyruvate has to be converted, right? So pyruvate has to convert it into acetyl CoA. So here one NADH molecule is produced. Okay, so pyruvate is converted into acetyl CoA with the help of enzyme. Which enzyme? That is pyruvate dehydrogenase. Okay, so after the conversion, what happened? Acetyl CoA is converted into citrate with the help of enzyme citrate synthase. So now citrate is converted into cis-aconitase with the help of cis-aconitase enzyme. So this cis-aconitate is converted into isocitrate with the help of enzyme aconitase. So this isocitrate is converted into oxaloacetate with the help of enzyme isocitrate dehydrogenase. So now this oxalosuccinate is converted into alpha ketoglutarate with the help of enzyme isocitrate dehydrogenase. So this alpha ketoglutarate is converted into succinyl CoA with the help of enzyme alpha ketoglutarate dehydrogenase. So now the succinyl CoA is converted into succinate with the help of enzyme succinate kinase, that is succinate synthetase. Okay, so now this succinate is converted into fumarate with the help of enzyme succinate dehydrogenase. So now this fumarate is converted into malate with the help of enzyme fumarase. So now this malate is converted into oxaloacetate with the help of enzyme malate dehydrogenase. Okay, so again this oxaloacetate is combined with this acetyl CoA, and conversion of citrate will takes place. This is cycle, right? Cycle means what? It is continuously cycling. Okay, there is no stop. It is continuously cycle around. Okay, so here what happened? Here also CoA is removed. So here water molecule is removed. So here water molecule is added. So here NADH is produced. Here carbon dioxide is removed. Here also NADH is produced. So here FADH2. Sorry, here NADH. Okay. So here NADH2 is produced. So here ATP is produced. Here FADH2. Here NADH2. Okay. So each and everything we will discuss while discussing in the this thing energetics. Okay. So now here to remember this Krebs cycle, you need tricks, right? So here I have one trick to remember this citric acid cycle. So see here. So how to remember this citric acid cycle? Just remember these words. That is, once again I will show. Okay, so just remember like PA, CCI, OK, SS, FM, O. So here P is nothing but pyruvate, A is nothing but acetyl CoA, and here C is nothing but citrate, and this is a cis-aconitate, and this I is nothing but isocitrate, and O is nothing but oxalosuccinate, and this K is nothing but alpha ketoglutarate, and this is succinyl CoA, and this is succinate, and this is fumarate, this is malate, this is oxaloacetate. So just remember like PA, CCI, OK, SS, FM, O. So why I made gap here means, so once again I will show. So here what happened, here 2 NADH2 is produced. So that's why I made a gap in between these these things. Okay. So here also while conversion of acetyl CoA into citrate, there is no NADH2. Okay. So here 2 NADH2. So while conversion of isocitrate into oxalosuccinate, so here also 2 NADH2 is produced. And also while coming the alpha ketoglutarate into succinyl CoA, so here also 2 NADH2 is produced. And when coming to the succinate to fumarate, so here what happened? 2 FADH2 is produced. And when come to the malate to oxaloacetate, so here also 2 NADH2 is produced. And when come to the succinate between these things, that is from succinyl CoA to succinate, so here what happened? GTP is produced. So see, while I'm giving gap between these things means here what happened? NADH2 will produce. That's why I made gap in between these things. Okay. So just remember like PA, CCI, OK, SS, FM, O. Easy, right? So just remember like this, see, the entire TCA cycle is finished just by this coding. Just by this tricks, entire Krebs cycle is made easy. Okay. So by this thing also you can easily calculate energetics also. So how to calculate? So 1 NADH is equal to 3 ATP and 1 FADH is equal to 2 ATP and 1 ATP is equal to 1 ATP. Okay. So here 2 NADH2, right? So here 3 ATP. So here also 3 ATP is produced. Here also 3 ATP is produced. Here how many? Here also 3 into 2, right? Because 2 NADH2 is produced. That is 3 into 2, 6 ATP. Here also 6 ATP. Here also 6 ATP. So here FADH2 is nothing but 2, right? So 2 FADH2 means 2 2s are 4 ATP. So here also 6 ATP. So here 2 ATP. Okay, so how many ATP? 6. Here 6, 6, 4, 6, 2. So you just calculate all these things. 6, 6, 6, 12, 4, 6, 2. So totally 30 ATP will be released during Krebs cycle. Okay, so how many ATP? 30 ATP will be released during Krebs cycle. Okay, just calculate over here. So we got 30 ATP. Okay, so when come to the glycolysis, 8 ATP is produced, right? So when come to the Krebs cycle here, 30 ATP is produced. So this is the way, just made easy. Okay, just made easy. This is entire thing about Krebs cycle. So if you if any doubts, if any queries regarding this Krebs cycle and all, just let me know in the comment box. Okay, so this is entire thing about Krebs cycle. So I hope it's clear. So thank you so much for watching. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you like this video, hit the like button. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy.